Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back to do another video. With the unfortunate news of Ben Roethlisberger's injury, as sucky as it is, it does provide an opportunity to see for a long time, presumably the rest of the season, Mason Rudolph. And so he made his NFL debut last Sunday against Seattle. I think played reasonably well, but we want to do a deeper dive into several of his plays, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and just kind of get a first evaluation and impression on Mason Rudolph. So that's what we're going to do today in this video. It may run a little bit long. I'm going to try to edit it down to keep this a little bit shorter, but we have, I think, 7 or 8 plays that I want to go through, and we'll start, as you're watching here, the second play, or the second attempt that he threw in the NFL that turned out to be an interception. But this one, obviously, as I'm sure everyone's aware of, is not his fault. This is a third down throw to Dante Moncrief. I'll run it from the end zone angle here, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. But this was a clear drop by Moncrief, but I think a really good play from Rudolph's standpoint. A terrible one from Moncrief's standpoint, to the point where now he's likely to be benched, and who knows when you'll see number 11 again. But Rudolph, a couple things I really like on this play. I want to start with the anticipation of this route. Now, you can't wait for guys to make their break in the NFL. You just can't do it. By the time, if that's your approach, by the time the ball gets there, it's going to get picked off, deflected, the window's going to tighten back up. So what I like from Rudolph here is check whenever he releases this ball, anticipating the route to be open, anticipating the throw. So look at it here. Ball's out there. Moncrief's yet to make his break. So if you wait for him to make his break and run that little comeback route, that corner's going to jump it and drive on, especially to the field, pick it off at 6 the other way. So ball's getting thrown before Moncrief makes his break, anticipating, knowing he's got one-on-one coverage. Moncrief makes his break, ball's on top of him, and it should have been a completion, should have been a third down conversion. Fortunately, Moncrief dropped it, picked off by McDougald, sets up Seattle touchdown. But I like that aspect of it, anticipating the throw, throwing on time, not waiting for the receiver to make his break. You can probably do that in college against some corner that's never going to play in the NFL, but not on Sundays. Not going to work. End zone view, like it here. Driving the football, good base. And again, should have been caught. Look at it one more time from the aerial view. And again, just the timing of the throw I thought was excellent here. Again, overall a net positive for Rudolph, even if the play ended in disaster. Okay, move on to the next play. Okay, back for the next play. This one's I'm going to put in the negative column, not just for the outcome of the play, which was a 4-yard loss in the check down to James Conner, just the processing of it. So I'm going to run it through the end zone view, and then I'm going to go back up top to kind of show you what happened on this play. Play action, you want to go deep, wasn't available, hit the check down. Linebackers there, I think that's Kendricks, blows it up. But it's only a 2-man route initially with Washington here, and I believe Vance. And what read well by Seattle, nothing there. You got this little smash concept, but it's totally taken away. And so at this point, it's a 2-man route. Your eyes in the same spot. There's no really read to go through. Neither is going to be an option. You got to find your check down if you're Rudolph. I know guys are leaking out, and it's going to take a second, but I thought Rudolph was slow. I thought he was quick to get the ball out within the structure of the play when those reads were there, but when there was nothing there and he had to go outside the structure of the play and start looking for checkdowns and safety valves and improvising, it was a little bit slower, and this is an example of that. So right here, he's reading this. He knows, remember up top we just saw a second ago, there's nothing there. It's taken away. Seattle hasn't been on the play action. There's nothing available in the smash concept. You got to start looking for your checkdowns here. And Rudolph's still looking downfield. He's looking middle of the field. I don't know where he's looking at here. I mean, there's no one in this area. The only 2 eligibles currently are on the right side. I don't know if he's trying to move somebody. It's not going to work. So he's still looking downfield. You got some checkdowns available. You got Grimble, you got Conner. Get that ball out quick. Structure the plays over, but now we got to find a safety valve. Let someone have a chance here. So he's running. He's looking left. Good at Grimble. Back right. He's got Conner available. He's starting to slide and run. By the time he actually throws it, linebacker now converges on Conner, seeing him leak out. And now Conner has no chance to throw a little high as well. No chance for Conner to do anything with it aside from getting smacked. So a little late here for Rudolph to process, get the ball out downfield. Once you see those first 2 routes are taken away, you got to know where your checkdown's at. Get the ball out quick. Right here, you hit Conner, you hit Grimble. I know you got the DB coming on Grimble, but maybe one-on-one, catches the ball with some space, make a play, give your guy a chance to make a play. If you hit Conner here, immediately, he's got some space to work with. Rudolph still downfield, now rolling, getting depth, instead of just firing the ball out, a little high, and Conner's got just no chance on this play. Look at it from the end zone view one more time. It's minor, I mean, but NFL, fractions of a second matter. You know, if you're a second late, that's literally all it takes in the NFL. So, right here, ball's got to be out. Hit your check down. You know nothing's available downfield. You got 2 eligibles. It's covered up. No chance on this play. Well defended. It's a little late. I know it's nitpicky. Understand, first start. This is early in this third quarter here. 7:40 in the third. But just those things you want to work on. That's all. Okay, fourth quarter now. This is a good read and a poor throw from Rudolph. Run it through here. This is the great one-handed grab by Deontay Johnson. The read here. Single eye coverage to the X receiver. One-on-one coverage, I should say, to the X receiver single high, but it's rotated with this safety coming down, this safety rotating. So you got a good matchup here with Johnson running the comeback. So it's a good read. He knows where he wants to go with the football. Identifies his one-on-one coverage. Safety's got no chance here. But poor ball placement, and you'll probably see that better on the end zone view. Just this ball's got to be outside, and he throws it inside, and Johnson's got to try to adjust and make one heck of a catch. So we'll look at it here. Yeah, ball's got to be outside, shoulder, put it to the sideline, throws it back inside. A heck of a play by Johnson. This is a risk for an interception if he can't make a play like this. Corner's aggressive on it, but you throw that one to the inside too often with poor ball placement in the NFL, you're going to get picked. That happened with Josh Schaub last year against Oakland, a play that we broke down, I think, on this channel at the time. So let me go back to end zone angle. Yeah, inside. Johnson's now got to adjust for it. Great catch, though. And Rudolph even admitted it after the game. I mean, it's obvious to see. But good read here, pre-snap. I thought Rudolph overall had good pre-snap reads. Some of the post-snap reads, whenever guys were rotating, he was trying to identify coverage, beyond the structure of the play. Again, that's the phrase I'm using, beyond the structure of the play. He ran into some trouble. We'll talk about that a little bit more in another play or two. So one last look at it. Good base, but just poor ball placement. Okay, we're back for 3rd and 5. This is his lone scramble of the day. A nice 7-yard run on 3rd and 5 to pick up the sticks. And again, just talking details here, some minor stuff. But I really like Rudolph here. Well, it's one thing I don't like. It's one thing I do like. We'll run it through. Sometimes his carriage of the football scares me. He likes, when he's running and moving, he carries it kind of, away from his body and kind of flailing around. Like you see right there. I don't like that. But what I do like is that when he knows he's going to get hit, good carriage of the football. He's securing it, knows he's going to take a shot. He's running for the first down. He's not sliding. So he does know when to secure the football when he has to, when he's going to get hit. My concern is sometimes when you're a quarterback, you don't know you're getting hit, blindside hits, whatever the case is, play breaking down. And if you're going to hold the football like the old loaf of bread, like he is right here, that's a little concerning. But I do like at the end here, securing the football. I thought overall he showed good ball security overall in the pocket, and then extending with beyond the play and then scrambling. So let me run that back here here briefly. It skipped ahead to the next play because I do want to look at that just one last time. Everything, but if you want to look at the aerial view, everything was covered up on this play. So good decision to run. I don't think he missed anybody. I don't believe. Could hit Vance here, right there, but it would have been tight. Fine with him running. And look at the end zone view. Again, some good pocket mobility. Steps up. Don't love the carriage initially, but when he knows it's crunch time, he's taking care of the football. Okay, we're back for the first touchdown pass of Mason Rudolph's career. This is a tight end screen, and it's a bit of a busted play, and it's a nice job by both guys, Rudolph and McDonald, to kind of stick with it. So let me run that back. Yeah, it's initially well defended and covered up. Vance here in the backfield, kind of the alert with where he's aligned in the red zone. But it's initially not there. I mean, he's blanketed right there. He's got pressure from 79. But McDonald breaks to the middle, and Rudolph just buying time. Changes that arm angle, kind of goes sidearm here. Throws McDonald open. Keeps the play alive. McDonald dives over the goal line for the touchdown. So just a nice job there of being able to buy time. This was an example of him kind of making a play outside the structure of the call. It's still throwing the screen, but he has to wait. This ball's supposed to come out quick. It is a screen. So nice job by McDonald to stick with it. Find some grass. But a really nice job by Rudolph to hang in there and kind of stick with it. And then again, face of pressure, changing his arm angle right there. You saw it a second ago. And throwing his first career touchdown. So good play there for all parties involved. Run it back one more time. Yeah, dropping that arm slot, going sidearm. You can't throw over the top. Just throwing it around the D tackle coming down on him. And it's a touchdown. Okay, next play I want to look at is the very next play, the 2-point conversion interception that he threw. And this was an issue of, again, I thought he did a nice job reading pre-snap coverage. I thought some of the post-snap stuff, when he had to kind of go through progressions, a little bit rougher. And you see that here. Get a good look at it from the end zone view. Once Juju on the crosser. He does go through his progressions here. Rudolph does. Looks right, comes back left, looks to Samuels, nothing there. Comes back middle. He's going through his reach. There's no question about that. He wants Juju over the middle. Move my cursor. Does not see 42 right there. Throws it in traffic. And you throw across the middle, not seeing some of these underneath defenders. That's risky business in the NFL. And he gets picked. Now, at least it was a 2-point conversion, not a red zone drive. But yeah, just didn't see the safety there, and he gets picked for it. They're gonna make you pay in the NFL. Once the middle, just doesn't see the safety. I'll pause it here so you can get a good look at it. Just he thinks that's open, doesn't see 42 here, not in this line of sight. 42 sees him though, and he picks it off. You could note that maybe he had Vance here on the right flat at the end. Look at that one last thing. I want to look at this play. Vance coming across right there. But at that point, the play's breaking down. You're going through progressions. You're going to miss open receivers sometimes. Just the way the progressions are. And if you're not on that particular read when somebody gets open, it's going to happen in the NFL. I'm sure he's kicking himself saying, man, I should have hit Vance. I'm sure Vance is saying, dude, you should have hit me. But that is going to happen sometimes in the NFL just based on the read. He's gone through his reads this whole time. You're just trying to find someone open. That will happen. I'm not going to criticize the guy too much for that because you could do that on a lot of plays for a lot of good quarterbacks too. But just not seeing 42 here. Getting a little tunnel vision, trying to get the ball out, knowing that internal clock's going. He knows, probably saying to himself, I got to get the ball out quick. I got to find somebody here. Just forcing it a little bit. Okay, last one I want to look at. This is an incompletion. I don't love the concept here, but I like Rudolph's poise. A lot of the times Dave and I have referred to poise in the pocket, talked about Mason Rudolph on Steelers Depot, even back to his rookie year, training camp last year. I've talked about poise that he showed in the pocket, and I think you kind of see that on display here with this play. It's, again, incompletion to Deontay Johnson, right side. But what I really like here is just, being able to step up in kind of a muddy pocket. Blitz here, Samuels tries to cut him, nice balance. Here by, I think that's again 42, picked Rudolph off in the last clip. But pocket's getting kind of muddy. You got Clowney coming in. It's collapsing. He's hitching up into the pocket, not afraid. Being able to climb kind of into the teeth of the rush. You see that muddy pocket around him when he releases his football. He's tall. He's making the throw. He's not worried about the rush. He's feeling it well. Climbing, stepping up. I think it makes a relatively accurate throw in the sense of trying to throw it high, where it's kind of my guy's going to get it or no one's going to get it. And Johnson came kind of close. I don't think he would have gotten his feet in bounds. I'm sure he wouldn't have gotten his feet in bounds. But I don't like the concept here. I want to look at the pocket from the aerial view. Again, it's a 7-step drop. It's going to hitch. It's hard to see, I'm sure, but you just see all the bodies around. He's standing tall in the pocket, though. It's all vertical concept. There's really nothing open. Maybe you could throw it down here one-on-one, give your guy a chance. Honestly, to be fair, you really probably had Johnson should have let him down the field instead of throwing it short like he's trying to do a back shoulder throw. But I just kind of like the poise, at least in the pocket, to not worry about the rush that's around him. Look at the whole concept here. Just 3 vertical routes. It's like a 7-man protection on this play. I don't know what's going on there. There's got to be an underneath route for Rudolph to be able to hit. A little out and up here for Johnson. Nothing's available. Again, we probably should have kept that vertical. But that's not the point of the play I want to look at, although that is probably a valid criticism. I just like the general pocket presence that Rudolph's showing on this particular play. Look at it again. Yeah, again, Vance is staying in. I mean, Samuels has to pick up the blitzer. That's fine, but Vance can leak out. I just three men out. I mean, it ended up being a 5-man rush, 7 guys in. Didn't give Rudolph a lot of options here. But again, eyes downfield, hitch, making the pocket or making the throw in a really muddy pocket. Just good poise on that play. So I know this one didn't end in a good result. May not have been the best throw overall, but he'll make that kind of. Now he'll make that kind of throw. He'll make that tough throw in a kind of uncomfortable environment. Anyone can make a throw when you got all day in the world and you got a nice, clean, classic pocket to throw from. But when things kind of get a little ugly, I think Rudolph's been impressive, at least on this play, and generally speaking, from what I've seen in his career, especially this year, seeing the progression from year 1 to year 2. He's done a nice job, I think, really standing tall in the pocket. So that's when we talk about the poise and standing tall and good pocket presence and movement. This is a play I refer to. Hitch, make the throw with a lot of bodies around him. Good arm angle, getting the ball over the line. And I think that'll serve him well for plays like that in the future, hopefully, with better results. So that's my recap of Rudolph. I think it was a good start, not a great start. There were some plays that she should have had back. We didn't cover the Juju flea flicker. That was underthrown, but I think everyone kind of knows that part, that it was underthrown. But I just like some of the baseline traits, the poise. I want to see him speed things up outside the structure of the play a little bit, find his check down a little bit quicker, have better ball placement downfield outside the numbers. This play actually is a miscommunication between Juju and Rudolph. This is probably Juju making the right cut. This could have been an interception. So working on just making sure we're aligned, what the receiver's doing, what the quarterback's doing, making sure the coverage is all matched up. But a nice debut for Rudolph. Hopefully he can build on that with a full week of practice against the 49ers. But excited to see him. So let me know your thoughts on Mason Rudolph. Your kind of expectations for him, not only Sunday, but the rest of the season. And if you think the season is salvageable at this point based on Ben being hurt out for the year and Rudolph stepping in. So again, let me know your thoughts, whether you're listening on YouTube, follow me on Twitter at Alex_Kozora, or follow on the website SteelersDepot.com. Thank you guys so much for listening.